Public holidays are also a very peculiar clause. I think if you read it without understanding it completely, you might think that you need to pay a public holiday at the hourly rate times 3. But what it in fact means, maybe we should read through it. It says, if a public holiday falls on a day on which an employee would ordinarily work, an employer must A. Pay an employee who does not work on the public holiday at least the wage that the employee would ordinarily have received for work on that day. That's a normal one. We all know that if the public holiday falls on a Monday and all these employees usually work on Mondays, you pay them for the day, even though they're not working due to the public holiday. But B then says, the employer must pay an employee who does work on the public holiday double the wage the employee would ordinarily have received for the work on that day. Please bear in mind there, it says nothing about hours. It says double the wage for work on that day. So what this implies is if that employee comes in and he works 1 hour, you pay him double the day wage, just because it's a public holiday. Then it says, if it is greater, the amount the employee would ordinarily have received for the work on that day, plus double the amount earned by the employee for each hour, or part thereof, worked on that day. So what does that mean? If it is greater than what? Greater than the day. So if your employee worked on the public holiday for more than 9 hours, then you would pay him, you would count the hours and you would pay him at double the hourly rate for each hour. And then the last option is to grant the employee paid time off. So that's similar to the overtime time off. So let's just recap that again. So if there's a public holiday and the employee doesn't work on it, but it is a day that he would have normally worked on, then you give him that day's wage. If he comes to work and he works 1 hour, you give him double the day's wage. But if he works more than a day, so in other words overtime hours, then you count the hours and you times it by 2.